So you want to be rich. Look, I get it, everybody does. And you think that the best way to achieve that is by starting a dropshipping business. You fool! I can tell you have absolutely no idea what the hell you just signed up for. Look, I know that's probably not what you wanted to hear, especially if you've been grinding on your Shopify store for months, hoping this is finally going to be your breakthrough. But by the end of this video, you're going to understand exactly why dropshipping is keeping you broke and why it kept me broke for a long time and what you should be doing instead if you actually want to make real money this year. I lost a ton of time and money with dropshipping. So did hundreds of people I personally had a conversation with. So hopefully you will learn these lessons, be smarter than me, so you can find success much quicker. If it's the first time we meet, my name is Fred, and I've made thousands of dollars a day in profit with my online business, selling digital products, coaching, and services, only working a few hours a day while traveling the world. And I come from a low middle class background. Let me start by saying I get why dropshipping seems so attractive. You see these gurus on YouTube showing off screenshots of their Shopify stores doing $50,000 in sales, and you think, holy shit, the barrier to entry seems low because you don't need to hold inventory, you don't need a warehouse, you don't need to show your face online, and they say you can start with a few $100 or even no money at all. So it sounds like the perfect business model on paper, right? Well, I'm sorry to crush your dreams, but all of that is BS. Let me prove it to you. Here's the reality that nobody wants to talk about. Dropshipping, especially in 2025 and 2026, is oversaturated as hell. There's literally millions of people selling the exact same products as you from AliExpress and trying to compete on the same platforms. How are you supposed to stand out when 100, even 1,000 other stores are selling the same identical products you're selling, only cheaper? You can't. So what happens then? Everyone starts competing on price, which means your already thin profit margins get even thinner until you're barely making anything and you have to quit the race. That's what we call a race to the bottom, because in the end, nobody wins. Everyone, and I mean everyone, ends up having their face smashed against the floor. It's just who's getting there last instead of first. Speaking of profit margins, let's talk about the real numbers. Most dropshippers are operating at 5 to 20% profit margins if they're lucky and they optimize everything. So if you do $10,000 in sales, you're keeping between $500 to $2,000 maximum. Now, how come profits are so low with e-commerce businesses in general? Well, that's because you have to pay for software, shipping, there's the product costs, you have to deal with chargebacks, ads, etc., marketing, handle customer service nightmares, and pray that nothing goes wrong. Now compare this to what I do, selling digital products, coaching, and services. I keep 90 to 98% profit. When I make $10,000, I'm keeping $9,000 of it. Do you see the difference? And it gets worse. Ad costs are rising faster than product profits. Facebook ads that used to cost you $2 per click now cost $5 or $6. TikTok ads are getting more expensive every month. Everyone's fighting for the same attention on the same platforms, which means the platforms can charge whatever they want. So even if you find a winning product, by the time you scale it, your ad costs eat up all your profit. The only one who wins for sure every single time is the social media platform itself. Then there's the customer experience issue. Shipping times from China are still horrible. Your customers are waiting 3 to 6 weeks for their orders, and when the product finally arrives, half the time it's broken, or because it's some cheap Chinese product, it looks nothing like what you advertised. So what do? They get pissed and they leave 1-star reviews, they request refunds, they do chargebacks, they destroy your brand reputation before you even have a chance to build one. While Amazon, Shine, all these brands are securing all your potential customers with reliable, cheap prices, and even sometimes same-day delivery. So does that honestly sound like a war you can win from your dirty bedroom with your $200 budget? You're not building your own business. Like, really understand that. You're building Shopify's business, you're building AliExpress business, you're building Facebook's business, but you're not building anything that belongs to you. You have no audience, you have no brand equity, nothing to stand for. You're just a middleman hoping to make a few bucks on the markup. If you want to discover how I've made thousands of dollars a day online, I've made a free training that will show you everything step by step. The link will be in the description. And for a limited time, you can also apply to book a free call with me or a member of my team. On that call, we'll see what's blocking you from making more money, and we'll give you a custom step-by-step plan so you can start your business today even with $0 in startup capital, and get your first customers as quickly as possible. The link is in the description, but be quick because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. Let's talk about long-term brand equity, or should I say, the complete lack of it in dropshipping. When someone buys from your dropshipping store, they're not becoming a loyal customer. They're not going to come back and buy from you again. They're not going to tell their friends about you. They're buying one product, and once they get it, they forget you even exist. There's no repeat customers. There's no brand loyalty. What this means is that you're starting from scratch with every single sale, which means you're constantly having to acquire new customers at increasingly higher costs. And here's something that should terrify you if you're currently doing dropshipping. You're completely dependent on paid ads. No ads means no sales. So if Facebook decides to shut down your ad account tomorrow, which they do all the time, especially for dropshippers, your entire business is basically dead. You have no other way to get customers. You have no organic traffic, no audience you can leverage, you have no email list to fall back on, so you're literally at the mercy of these platforms. And oh, spoiler alert, they don't give a damn about you. The platform themselves are cracking down on low quality stores. Shopify is getting stricter about what stores they allow. Facebook is banning dropshipping ads left and right. PayPal is holding funds for longer periods and giving in to malicious customers. Everyone's catching on to the fact that most dropshipping stores are just reselling cheap garbage from China, from AliExpress and Wish, and they're making it harder and harder to operate. But wait, there's more. As if it wasn't bad enough already, you're no longer just competing with other dropshippers anymore. You're competing with Amazon, which has 2-day, even same-day delivery. You're competing with TikTok Shop, which has built-in audiences of millions. You're competing with Temu, which sells direct to consumers at prices you can't even come close to matching. You're competing with Shine, which has optimized the fast fashion supply chain to a science. So how are you, with your little Shopify store and your $100 budget and your AliExpress suppliers, supposed to compete with that? You're not. You're just going to be one more broke kid dreaming of riches, but totally out of touch with how today's millionaires actually make money online. If you want to discover how I've made thousands of dollars a day online, I've made a free training that will show you everything step by step. The link will be in the description. And for a limited time, you can also apply to book a free call with me or a member of my team. On that call, we'll see what's blocking you from making more money, and we'll give you a custom step-by-step plan so you can start your business today, even with $0 in startup capital, and get your first customers as quickly as possible. The link is in the description, but be quick because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. Here's what I need you to understand. Stop chasing get-rich-quick schemes. That's what dropshipping is. It's sold to you as this easy way to make money online with minimal effort. And that's exactly why it keeps you broke. Because anything that's sold as easy and as quick is going to be oversaturated and unprofitable. Everyone's doing it because everyone thinks it's easy. And when everyone's doing the same thing, guess what? Nobody makes money. If you want to be rich in 2025, you need to own two things: distribution and brand. Distribution means you have an audience. You have people who follow you, who trust you, who want to hear from you. That could be an email list, a YouTube channel, an Instagram account, whatever. But you own that relationship with your audience. People should trust your brand. They know what you stand for. They believe in what you're selling. They're willing to pay premium prices because they know you deliver value. Dropshipping gives you neither of those things. You're just running ads to cold traffic, which is the hardest to convert into customers, hoping they click on your product, hoping they buy, hoping they don't request a refund. There's no relationship. There's no trust. There's no real brand. You're just one of many random stores on the internet selling the same stuff as everybody else. Now, I'm not saying dropshipping has zero value. It's the first business model I ever tried, and I made money, just not profitably. If you want to use dropshipping as a testing ground to validate product ideas, and you have at least $10,000 in startup capital, then fine. If you want to test demand for something before you invest in holding inventory, okay. But it should not be your entire business model with Wish and AliExpress, all this garbage. It should not be your path to wealth, because it's not going to get you there. This isn't 2012 anymore. So what should you be doing instead if you actually want to make a fuck ton of money? You want to sell high-ticket programs, online courses, coaching, or services. These have high profit margins, and they're the quickest way to get clients. You can charge $1,000, $2,000, $5,000 for a coaching program or a service. And because you're delivering a real transformation, real results, people are happy to pay. You're not competing on price, you're competing on value. And when you can deliver value, you can charge premium prices. With high ticket offers, you only need a few clients to make serious money. For example, 10 clients at $1,000 each, that's $10,000 a month with just 10 customers. Try doing that with dropshipping. You'd need to do $100,000 in sales just to make the same profit. So in your opinion, which one sounds easier? Like, come on. And here's the best part. When you sell coaching or courses or services, you're building real relationships with your customers. They become your biggest advocates. They refer other people to you. They leave you awesome testimonials. They come back and buy from you again. You're building actual brand equity that compounds over time. Look, I know that this isn't what you wanted to hear if you've been grinding on your dropshipping store. But I'm not here to tell you what you want to hear, because if I do, then you're guaranteed to stay broke. I'm here to tell you the harsh truth, because that is what actually makes money. And the truth is that dropshipping in 2025 is a race to the bottom that's only going to leave you broke, stressed, and wondering why you wasted so much goddamn time. And on top of that, your uncle, your friends, your parents, and your teachers, they will all look at you with a smile and say, "I told you so. This little online business thing of yours just doesn't work, lol." Do you really want to let them win? Or do you want to prove them wrong? You have a choice to make. You can keep chasing the dropshipping dream like 99% of lazy fucking idiots, hoping that you'll be one of the lucky few who actually makes it work. Or you can pivot to a business model that actually builds a fuck ton of wealth. I'm talking about 6, even 7 figures a year in profit, high ticket coaching or courses or services. It's up to you. If you want to discover how I've made thousands of dollars a day online, I've made a free training that will show you everything step by step. The link will be in the description. And for a limited time, you can also apply to book a free call with me or a member of my team. On that call, we'll see what's blocking you from making more money, and we'll give you a custom step-by-step plan so you can start your business today, even with $0 in startup capital, and get your first customers as quickly as possible. The link is in the description, but be quick because we have very limited spots and they fill up fast. With that said, I'll see you on the other side.